In this module for KCB 101, we're going to begin applying the textual analysis techniques and the theories that we've spent the past few weeks examining, exploring, and beginning to use in our deconstruction of media texts. We're now going to be applying those approaches to really begin digging in deeper and exploring the relationship between media, culture, and ideology. Now, where we're headed in the unit is to kind of sharpen our political understanding of the media and the political role that it plays in terms of constructing reality. Now, we know that the media constructs reality. We've spoken about that several times. Rather than simply shaping reality or reflecting reality, we know that the media actively constructs reality. And of course, as a logical extension of that, the reality constructed by the media helps shape how we as audiences see the world. So the reality that the media constructs has some sort of impact on how audiences see the world. Now, the type of questions that we're going to be exploring over the next few weeks are things like, what type of reality does the media construct? So if we know that the media constructs reality, what type of reality does the media construct? And we know already from some of the conversations and discussions that we've had with the tutorial exercises and activities that the media constructs a very particular view of reality. It's a reality that privileges some perspectives rather than others. And we're going to explore that in more detail over the coming weeks. So we've looked at a whole range of texts so far in KCB 101, where many of you have pointed out that, the way women are represented in this particular text is a little bit sexist. The way a particular cultural group is depicted in a media text is problematic in terms of racism. Now, we're going to explore that in more detail and have a look at the ways in which the structures of contemporary mass media produce ideological meanings. So we're going to look at the type of reality the media constructs, and we're going to explore the potential impact this might have for how we as audiences see the world. So we're beginning to think in these later modules about how the media, the meanings that are produced through media texts, how they interact with the audience or with audiences as a way of looking forward to other units in media and communication, where you will indeed explore the way in which audiences interact with the media in far more detail. So we're going to begin in this module and in coming modules in the remainder of the unit. We're going to address the questions: what type of reality does the media create, and what impact does this have for how we might see the world? So the world constructed by the media is partial and biased. That's the first point we want to take away. When we begin exploring the ideological impact of mass media, the theories start from the basis that the world constructed by the media is partial and biased, and media texts tend to favor particular perspectives on the world and exclude others. Now, as I mentioned, you've already begun to pick that up in your interpretations and readings of media texts that we've looked at in the unit so far. So that idea that media texts tend to favor a particular way of looking at the world and exclude other ways of looking at the world probably won't be a particularly new idea or a revelation to many of you. And as a logical extension of that idea that media texts tend to favor particular perspectives and exclude other perspectives, other ways of looking at the world, as an extension of that, the worldviews represented in the media are often those of socially powerful or privileged groups. Now, we're going to spend the next few weeks looking at concrete examples of how media texts tend to privilege particular ways of looking at the world and tend to privilege particular social groups and at the same time exclude others. So that's what we're going to be looking at over the next few weeks, and we're going to be introducing a range of ideas that you can apply as part of your textual analysis in order to decode or interpret the ideological meanings of media texts.